everybody, welcome back. This is Friendly Fire Games. I'm your host Andrew on YouTube, and I have two other people with me tonight. I've got Steven from Chortle Games.
Wow. I tell him that he can intro, and he's like, I'm your host. Didn't realize there was a chain of command.
I'm hosting on YouTube for Friendly Fire Games. Screw you.
I'm Steven from Chortle Games. Hey, guys.
And Jeremy's here, too.
Yeah, Jeremy from 8-Bit Gamers.
Yeah, that's me. I'm starting my live stream right now.
Yay!
Alright, everybody join up on me.
Why you? Why
how many shields do you have?
That's why we're here.
How many shields do I have?
Hey guys, this is Jeremy from 8-Bit Gamers. Sorry, everybody else started their stream before mine, so I have to intro mine too.
We feel bad because every single time Jeremy streams with us, we always have more than one person from our end. So we have way too much personality, and Jeremy's just like, hey guys, I'm streaming too.
Well, no, Jake always says the outro, and he's like, well, that's going to do it here at Chortle Games. And then I'm like, well, I guess that's going to do it for 8-Bit Gamers too. Alright, we're the tiny channel that piggybacks off of everyone.
We love you guys, though.
We were
fine,
well. I was about to say we were there not too long ago, but we sort of still are. We still kind of ride Chortle's coattails a little bit.
Which is funny because we're not even that big. We're not even monetized yet.
Compared to us, you are. Which you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, we only have like 50 subscribers, man. Shut up.
Yeah, we're up to 139 as of a couple of days ago, which I'm amazed by because I didn't realize that 139 people cared what I have to say.
Well, considering you guys don't do big things like the Xur stream that we did to get a big influx, or E3, which we do to get a huge influx every year, that's pretty impressive that you guys are at 139, honestly, to start from the ground up.
Aw, you're too nice.
Yeah, Steven, that was a bit too much, man.
Yeah, that was. I feel a little grossed out.
You're not leaving the safe area.
Made it a little too thick there, bud.
Yeah. Good lord, say nice things and then.
Cool a little bit.
Oh, Steven, you're disgusting. Whatever. Screw you guys.
Okay. Steven, Lone Star, Fire Code.
Lone Star.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Also, you look like you work at either a Whole Foods or a coffee shop.
No, but what's that place called?
Where
Are you
in the dark zone?
Yeah. Oh, hey Hayes. Troll Gang just too big for him. How you been? Hayes is one of the guys that comes to dodgeball whenever we have it, which hopefully will happen again.
If your wedding wasn't, if your reception and rehearsal dinner and all that wasn't on a Friday night, I would demand that there be dodgeball when I visit.
Let's just do a rehearsal dinner dodgeball. It's for the bride, you know.
I'm sure she'd be all about that. That's all you got to do. If you say it's for the bride, it's automatically okay.
I'm fully prepared to take advantage of that. Alright, through here, we'll hit our first landmark.
Okay.
I might go a little fast, just try to keep up with me.
No, please. I was about to say, let's just book it through all this stuff as quick as we can.
Good.
The more we get done tonight, the less we have to worry about next week.
Honestly, unless if you get classified pieces or exotics that you don't have, don't even worry about picking up gear. Because we don't want to make a target of ourselves. Alright, pulse out.
That is... Okay. Oh, I remember this.
Alright, I'm locking down the middle.
I am pulling out my shield and shooting things.
Alright, the boss is on the south side of the garage.
Oh, hey, there's a compass.
Yeah.
I've been playing this game for years and just realized that there's a compass.
How many years did you say you've been playing for this for?
A couple of years.
I thought you said 6 for some reason. I was like, what?
No.
There's no way.
I mean, it might feel that way sometimes, but
It's only been 3, which is really weird.
this game has held up well for being that old.
It has. All right.
Steven, I need to stop playing Anthem.
Yeah.
Are you trying to fly away?
Secure.
Yeah, I just tried to fly away. I double tapped X and was like, oh, yep, can't do that.
Yeah, that's.
I got a D3 F&C vest, but it's not classified. So
Don't
I'm
worry
gonna
about
pick
it.
up.
My birthday was pretty okay. Didn't really have a lot to do. Thursday's my day off over at the church, so I didn't have a lot to do, other than just kind of hang out and do whatever. And that's kind of what I did. I just watched some YouTube, watched some Hulu, got some work done from home. Oh!
Check out some sweet Friendly Fire Games live stream action.
No.
Is that what you do with your YouTube time? No, it's okay. I don't do that either.
I don't even watch Chortle Games in my YouTube time because that just seems pretentious.
When we first started streaming, I would always watch our stream the next day to just kind of see how it went.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. All right. Going to South Tunnel. That's to the west.
I don't
Honestly,
like.
the only
I don't
live
like hearing
streams
my own
that I've
voice.
watched-
So.
Yeah, it's definitely strange. The only live stream that I've ever watched was when Steven and I did the VR.
I need to go back and watch that.
I bet that was fun though.
It was by far the funniest video that I've ever watched.
It was Killing Floor VR too. So that made it even better.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
even better.
It was hilarious.
Dude, us grabbing the head and talking to each other, and then hitting each other with a leg. Oh, man.
we would grab body parts that were severed off of zombies, and like if it was a head, we'd like make it talk and give it voices and names. If it was a leg, we'd make puns.
Jean-Francois the second.
Jean-Francois. Oh man, that was a fun time. But
We're gonna have
Hayes,
to do that again, man.
absolutely. Oh, and you need to get that game Evasion.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It would be a really good one to stream. But Hayes, to finish that thought, that night when Anna got off work, she came by and we ordered some Olive Garden. And we pigged out on a lot of Olive Garden. It was wonderful.
Did you do like Uber Eats or some sort of delivery?
No, we went to pick it up.
Oh, cool.
Which their carry-out line was a joke, but it was Valentine's Day, so
Yeah.
all right, this way. I forgot what we were doing for a second because I was talking. So we're gonna go through the north tunnel, or through the south tunnel, then head north through that tunnel, hit 3 landmarks on the way, and then we'll be in the highest DZ. All right, sending out a pulse. All right, boss is a sniper straight
I'm gonna go
across.
pick up that sniper.
Go for it. I'll be here and covering you. Andrew, keep you between them and me.
I can do that. I'm good at inserting myself where I don't belong.
There, he's down.
Excellent. Jeremy's running Lone Star, which is all about shotguns and LMGs, and he goes into a berserk mode when his clip empties. That increases everything by like what, double, something like that. It's pretty ridiculous.
I think I tried a Lone Star build a while back.
Lone
One of the
Star.
weeklies is
the full
to do
classified
LMB
is
kills.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, the Lone Star classified because what 4-piece does is it just makes it to where swapping your weapon reloads it. The 6-piece is what gives you the berserk.
And the berserk also doubles your fire speed,
All right.
like your rate of fire.
Confirmed.
I forgot about that.
I'm just checking these classifieds or these
I got
set pieces to
Barrett's.
see
I
if
got
they're
Barrett's
classified.
vest, so I grabbed it just in case you need that. I also opened this chest.
I don't. I think I've got it at some point, but I don't think I have it right now. So I
Okay.
don't know what the requirement is.
It's that you have to have it right now.
Okay, I don't have it right now. Well, maybe I do.
Yeah,
I'll
because the recent shield, that one that you have to be 290. That one I did have a set that was already 290 equipped, and I didn't have it, and then I switched to a different set that's 290, and I got it immediately. So it has to be like after the shield comes out, it's gonna be like you still have it.
Yeah, kind of annoying.
I'm close to 290. I'll be able to get there.
Because my problem was getting the golden rhino for the exotic one, because I give all of my loot away that I don't need or that other people want. So getting the golden rhino was a nightmare because it was I'd given away 3 of it in the past, and then the shield came out and it was like, oh, I need that gun again.
By the way, yeah, you needed that.
I have that one, so not one we have to worry about, luckily.
Going right. Oh shoot. Alright. Eyes on the boss. Pulse out.
Yep. I'll just body block for you guys.
Oh, he dead. Oh my god.
I got my bonus like as soon as I started shooting him.
I hope in Division 2, this is a very minor thing, but I hope they fix it to where if I use the shield, I don't, like if I drop the shield, I don't automatically keep the same weapon out. Like, because, you know, if you go behind cover and you switch weapons, when you get out of cover and you have the shield, you have the weapon you're using with the shield, and then when you get behind cover again, you're still stuck with that weapon.
Right.
It's a little annoying. It's a very minor thing, and I can live with it, but it would be a nice quality of life.
Yeah. Agreed.
And it probably doesn't make any sense the way I just described it, but whatever.
You just used a lot of words. That's fine.
That's usually how you describe things, Steven.
Yeah.
Today has not been my day. So we have a parking garage that I park in at work, and I was pulling out of the parking garage, and the door started to go up, and the cable on the right-hand side of the door snapped, and the left cable did not snap, and so the door kind of crumpled itself.
Oof.
Yeah, so my car is stuck at work. I had to take an Uber home. I've never ridden in an Uber before.
Now entering a contaminated area.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a mess. And
It's an experience.
and then I came home, and our Uber driver was great. But I came home, and then I was feeding my daughter, and she decided to grab her food and dump it on herself, so that happened too.
Classic.
It's not been a good day. Oh gosh.
Well, that guy just
another thing that
disappeared and ran through me.
Another thing they fixed in the Division 2 beta for this weekend is apparently when the rushing units rush you, in the last build of the beta, they would curse a ton. And they just changed it to where they don't curse so much when they're rushing you.
Wow. That's saying something if this game is taking away the cursing, because...
Yeah, and they acknowledged that a lot of people would be disappointed. I got the ninja.
Ooh, keep that. That is the cornerstone.
I know I don't have that.
That is the cornerstone of many builds, because it makes it to where for sets, if you have that backpack equipped, you require one less set piece for each bonus. So you could get.
Initially you can use 2 sets.
Yeah, you could get a 4 and a 3 bonus of 2 sets.
Yeah. I ran
cool.
that for a long time until I started getting classifieds.
Yep. Hey, Aaron. Different Aaron, Andrew. Don't.
I was gonna say he watches our streams.
So Aaronator, I don't know if you've ever met my brother. This is Andrew from Friendly Fire Games.
I have heard Aaronator's name before.
Aaron's awesome. He tunes into our streams a lot. He does streams of his own. I watch him sometimes whenever I can. He's a cool guy. Whenever I told you, Aaron, that you had the same name as my brother, it was not this one. It was the other one.
Not this brother. I'm the cool one.
Okay.
Well, in some circles, I would be considered the cool one.
Okay.
In my own family, not so much.
Aaron said, "Pleasure meeting you."
It's a pleasure meeting you, even though I can't see you or read any of your chats. But come on over to Friendly Fire
Shut
Games.
up!
I can't do it with a straight face. I'm not good at self.
8-bit gamesters.
Yeah, I'm not. So come check it out to see how cool we are, and low key.
Yeah, you know, it's just chill. You know, it's a good time.
That's youtube.com/8bitgamesters.
No, we aren't cool enough yet. We don't have our own.
Yeah, you could just go to
Oh, you'll get
chortlegames.com,
there, dude.
cut out that youtube.com nonsense over at Chortle Games. We don't need that YouTube part of the URL.
Yeah, we had-
Okay, yeah, that's cool to say on YouTube. Good job.
Oh, they hate us enough as it is, so they don't even know we
Yeah,
exist.
You're not monetized. It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't send
you
out our
guys still have
notifications.
Entering the contaminated
Funny.
area.
Aaron's got my back. He says you guys probably aren't as cool as Chortle Games. With a smiley face.
I would agree. We're probably not quite as cool, but we're okay.
They're pretty cool. They do
That's
something.
a way to sell ourselves.
Friendly Fire
We're
Games.
alright.
We're just okay.
I'll put it this way: all three of us combined are not as cool as Dad Grind.
That's true.
Dad Grind, the newest follower on Twitter for Friendly Fire Games.
Hey,
Shout out to Dad Grind.
He's not watching right now, but if he was,
maybe he is.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, hell yeah.
no one's watching. So
Send noodles.
Send nudes. He said, "Nah, y'all
and
are
you have
awesome
to spell
too."
it. You spell it Noods.
Yeah.
Send nudes.
Send nudes. Yeah.
Dad, no, that's not what nudes are.
Oh, Dad Grind. I sense a lot of potential for Dad Grind
Dude, there's so much
regarding.
Hey,
potential.
it's a great handle.
It is.
It's like Grinder, Dad Grinder. It's just where like dads can meet and talk about like kids and everything. But
Yeah. Hey, it's Aaronator. What's up, Aaronator? I see you've joined the cool kids.
Wow.
Or you just opened a second tab and you're watching on Chortle.
Hey, that's a free sub right there. You're welcome.
He doesn't have to sub. I'm not gonna make anybody sub.
Okay,
Sub
Aaron.
if you like it.
You don't have to
if you
sub.
don't.
Get out while you still can.
I mean, you
I'm
can
not-
sub
I'm
over
not-
at 8-bit gamesters, but we have no choice.
Boss is on the left, by the way. It's a sniper. He's
I do
keeping
need
me
to make
pinned.
sure, Jeremy, that we that Daniel puts your handle in the video description once we're.
I can go comment on there too.
Oh, Aaronator's already subbed. See, he is a loyal Friendly Fire Games subscriber, who I have only seen in the chat once or twice, but very loyal.
Very good. Way to watch your fire out there, Aaron.
You know, Daniel has been doing that at the end of every video lately, and he only does it because it annoys the crap out of us.
That's Daniel. Good old Daniel.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that if we just didn't say anything, he would stop, but
Yeah.
it just noises come
See-
out of my mouth when he
Oh,
does
good.
it.
Oh, actually, let's just ignore the splitter up. I was watching you guys the other day, and the stream ended with, "Don't remember, watch your fire out there," and I was like, "Oh no!"
So when we first started the channel, he wanted a catchphrase, and that's what he decided on. And then he stopped doing it because we were all like, "That's really lame." And then he has just recently decided to start doing it again because he has no shame. He is actually Dad Grind.
Gosh, we're
I
gonna
wonder if
ignore
there's
the
a mom
splitter up.
grind. We should probably extract these, shouldn't we?
Not yet. Not. The only player
the,
activity that's really happening is way south of us. so we don't
I was
appear to
gonna
be
say
in
we-
any immediate
So
danger.
you're keeping an eye on it. That's
I
fine.
am keeping an eye on it
Yeah,
always.
bottom left corner you can see that the closest ones are 0.8 and 0.9 kilometers away. So
Yep.
we're actually
Usually,
moving away from all that.
usually the player killing doesn't happen in the northernmost dark zones, which is why we're
weird.
here. Yeah, it is weird. Most of the player killing happens towards the south.
Well, maybe it's because the enemies are easier, and so picking off players.
Well, in World Tier 5, they aren't. Everything is the
are
same
they
difficulty in World Tier 5, yeah.
Oh,
Because it
that's
all
cool.
flattens out, yeah. So if you do, like, the
I got him
area down
suppressed,
there.
Steven.
Got him. Alright, let's keep moving.
Lead on.
Okay. Oh. There are players here. We gotta move west. Go west, go west.
Lead on.
My map's
You've stopped
lagging.
moving.
I know, my map lagged, it does that. Alright, god dang it.
Hey.
That's-
Hey, 8-Bit Gamesters just gave me a kissy face in the chat.
Yeah, I did.
Right back at you, buddy.
Okay,
Rain says hi.
we might have
Rain
an
asks
issue.
how. Rain asks how's it hanging.
We're gonna go ahead and extract. We are surrounded by enemy players. Not enemy players, but other players. Both landmarks we were trying to go to got cleared about 10 seconds apart.
Hey,
So-
Steven, this is completely unrelated to anything, but my wife wants to know if there will be dancing at your reception.
Yes.
Question.
Well, I take it by the question mark that you're not really
No,
sure.
no, I am sure, but why, though?
Because she likes dancing and will probably want to bring some dancing shoes.
Then yes, probably. But Anna and I are not projecting many people will dance. But if Kim would like to, you know, bust
I'm
a move
not
on
a
the dance
dancer
floor by
myself.
herself,
Well, the kids are coming too, you know, to the reception.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would love dancing.
yeah, there will be dancing. I will only be dancing once, unless if Anna.
So you guys are doing like a first dance type situation.
We're doing the first dance. She's doing.
I'm actually a little surprised. I expected that you wouldn't.
It's important to her, so it's important to me.
Well, yeah, but I know it's not important to you, so I didn't know if it was important to you or not.
My utmost priority, even above trying to make myself not stressed out and anxious the whole day, my utmost priority is to make sure she gets the wedding she always wanted. So
Oh, that's good.
I will be dancing with her.
I did not dance at my wedding.
Thanks for the like, Rain. Rain's making it rain in the like bar, am I right? Dadgrind.com.
I believe that Rain will be streaming with us tomorrow. Actually.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Steven,
It's Rain. Am I wrong?
Steven, why didn't you put your stuff on the thing?
It's
What
not
stuff?
down yet.
What thing?
Starting cargo
It's
extraction.
just now arriving.
Put your stuff on the thing.
It's just now arriving.
Why isn't your stuff on the thing, man?
Are you about to go turbo? Like, are you about to betray me right now?
Rain says yes, I'm correct. So we're streaming Realm Royale tomorrow night, and Rain is joining us. Daniel asked me if I'd be able to join, and I am
Also-
planning to be
Hey,
there.
we
as
got
well.
another team. We got another team here.
Yep.
Well,
Let him do it. Let him do it.
They're not cutting it.
My gun's up. My gun's up.
30 seconds.
All right, we're good.
Extraction complete.
We're good.
They seem cool.
Yep. Oh wait.
All remaining supply drops will expire.
Oh.
30 seconds.
Pretty cool mask that guy has.
All right. Good. We're clear.
Put your stuff on the roof.
Contamination
Steven.
detected below.
Did you hear what they said?
What do they say?
One of the guys was like, "Huh, can I put myself on the rope?" Oh, yeah.
I can dab.
Stop. Stop. Hayes said, so if they had a fan meet you, would it be called Fire Festival? Fresh joke. Oh.
Yeah, that is what Daniel said, Rain. I think it's gonna be the three of us and then one other person, so we'll be doing squads on Realm tomorrow night. Assuming the game works, we've had
Greenhouse. Let's go.
Alright, go.
Okay, then just go.
I'm looking forward to it, Rain. Daniel and I have been playing a lot of Realm lately, and I'm enjoying it when it works. It's a little frustrating sometimes, though, because it's fairly buggy right now.
So you've been playing Anthem too?
Oh, that's funny.
Here's the thing.
Turrets.
Realm Royale is very buggy, but I don't know that it's as buggy as Anthem. It's also free. And I'm willing to put up with a lot for a free game.
Yeah. I doubt it's buggier than Anthem, especially since Anthem does have a lot more moving pieces that warrant the bugs, but I still have only really faced Ranger bugs.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I won't be buying Anthem for a little while is because I have a hard time spending $60 on a game that's buggy, like super buggy. That's why I didn't buy Battlefront 2 at launch.
The disappearing turrets are the best.
You mean disappearing enemies? Just in general?
Yeah, that's
Classified Reclaimer.
It's pretty good, but you won't get any use out of it, and I don't need it.
I'm still gonna grab it.
Yeah.
Because it's a piece I don't have.
Right. Alright.
Area secure.
Greenhouse clear.
Let me check in. I think I only need a couple more.
Yeah, but
What the
Andrew
heck?
needs like all of them.
Well, I need all of them, so...
Yeah, I still need 9 more, so...
Wow, okay.
Which is
So-
surprising, because I feel like I was at 15.
There's a lot of heavy traffic
Yeah,
in
nice
the
to see
DZ
you.
right now.
Nice to see you too, Aaronator. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
I just saw your message, Aaron. If you're still here, have a good stream, and I'll try to catch you later.
Which way are we going?
Around to the other side.
Oh, got it.
We have a problem.
Right there.
What's the problem?
The problem is that other teams are clearing Dark Zone in the north. They're not hostile, but they're taking our landmark clears. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go do a resistance and try to get to wave 15 instead. There is a way we can cheese it, if you guys are into that. Or we can do it for
how
real.
difficult is it to get wave 15 for real?
Not very.
Not very and extremely. Kind of a mix of the two.
Alright, so I'll take us to this checkpoint.
So I need 1 West Side Pier boss, 3 Dark Zone
This is Dark Zone. Resistance is like wave
bosses.
Yeah. So we hopefully how long do we think we have for the stream?
Exiting dark zone.
Hour
Okay.
15.
So our plan then is going to be clear West Side Pier bosses and get wave 15 in Dark Zone, and then come back here and get a few Dark Zone. Wait, no.
But
wave 15.
I need to extract.
Oh wait, I didn't know you grabbed that. Okay, yeah. Go ahead to extraction.
There's a landmark over here too, but I
Is
I
it
guess
white or
I don't
purple?
know. It's purple.
Backup activated.
Oh, so it must have just reset. Wait.
There
where?
are 2 purple ones near me.
Okay, so they just reset. So head towards the north tunnel.
That's where I'm headed. Rain wants to know if Anthem is as cruddy as people think, and I know you and I talked about this before.
So I was gonna try to not talk about Anthem too much, even though I want to, because Jeremy and I are both like really hooked on it right now.
Oh my god.
But is it as crummy as everyone says it is? No, not by a long shot. The game
No, not at all.
is a lot of fun, but the problem is people did not ground their expectations going into it. They were expecting Destiny 2 or Division where they are now from a game that just launched that is designed to have a lifespan. So people are expecting this robust amount of content when this game and Destiny have had years to get where they are. Anthem just started.
See you later, buddy.
And it's still got a pretty good amount of stuff to do. The bugs are about what you'd expect for a game like that at launch. And the gameplay loop is really fun. But I will say this. Regarding the loot, this seems to be like the main disconnect. People are expecting Destiny, where you play you play the game, you find a bunch of like cool armor and weapons that make you play a certain way, but that's not how the game works. There are still like high tier weapons that do cool things. Like I just got a gun called the Spear of Avenia, I think is what it's called, and it drops lightning bolts a third of the time, and it is really powerful. But it doesn't have any lore to it like Destiny exotics do. It doesn't look that special like Destiny exotics do. But why that is that Anthem focuses less on getting those two pieces that define your Guardian like Destiny does, and it focuses on the definition coming through the suit itself and the parts you apply to it to make it stand out. So what I used, the analogy I used for Andrew to explain this was, imagine Destiny as building a tower out of two really big blocks.
I need to extract.
Yeah, we're headed there now. But Anthem is, instead of building a straight tower of two blocks, is like building a pyramid out of 12. There's a lot more option regarding like how you do what you do, and percentages, numbers, all that kind of stuff. So it's much more Diablo than it is Destiny or even Division. So my thing is, we're actually, funny thing you ask, Rain, we're posting a review of it tomorrow. I recorded a review of it today. It was kind of a hasty record, but we are posting it tomorrow, so if you want to check that out, please do. But I'm enjoying the game a lot. It's not perfect. If you're expecting a polished experience that you can complete, that has a large amount of content for you to grind out, like if you're going to play the game a lot, like rapidly, you might want to wait. Like if you're expecting to continue, yeah, like because Jeremy and I will say this, I played it a lot over the weekend. Jeremy did too.
I did too. Yeah.
I'm still not capped out on level. I'm 2 levels away, but we have beaten the critical path of the campaign.
Which I will say, without revealing spoilers, the ending was extremely disappointing.
Yeah,
it just kind of like fizzled out.
It just kind of stopped.
Like,
the mission was really epic, but it just kind of stopped.
It was the story is phenomenal. I love it. Like it's one of the most original. It takes a lot of small things from a lot of different things. Yeah. But it does it in a different way.
It's a very meta concept too.
You can feel different concepts at play, like from different games.
Right.
But it's definitely presented in its own like unique way.
Well, the funny thing about the concept is that the lore of the game is that it is this planet that exists outside of our dimension, timeline, universe, whatever you want to call it. So it's its own universe. But it's this planet which has these gods called the Shapers. But this planet specifically, the Shapers just stopped. They left, and the world was unfinished. But the tools used to create the world were left behind. It was called the Anthem of Creation. So the story of the game is you are existing as a mercenary, like a hero mercenary, basically a hero for hire, who is trying to help protect humans in a world that is constantly changing, filled with villainous people who are trying to take control of the means of controlling the world itself and its shape. So it's a meta concept because that is literally what the game itself is. It is a world unfinished. It is a world built to adapt, which I'm really excited to see what they do with that concept, which is why I'm holding off judgment of the story as a whole till they actually do something with it.
Well, it was Steven, Evan, and I that we all beat the story actually this morning at like 2.
Yep.
But that's beside the point. Anyway, they did really well in concluding that part of the story, but it definitely leaves it open for a continuation.
Right. Because the story...
Which is what I went in expecting that because...
Right.
I mean, it was extremely short. I think it was only like 10 to 12 missions or something like that.
Yeah, but there was a lot of stuff in between. But the...
there's a lot of lore and everything in the middle of it, of course.
Yeah. So think of, like, Destiny 2, its story has more than just the Red War with Gaul and the Legion. That is the pressing matter, the critical path.
That's also over a span. Oh, okay, yeah. You're saying just the...
Yeah, just that. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that the quote-unquote campaign of Anthem right now is basically a mission. It's basically another day in the life of a freelancer. It's just a pressing matter that needs to be resolved that introduces you to the world and its characters. That's basically
it. Perfect way to explain it, Steven.
Thank you.
It really is.
Wow. What a nice guy over at 8-Bit Gamesters. Link in description. I don't know if the link's in the description.
It's probably not, but I still appreciate it. It's funny.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
I'm short one boss.
Okay. We're just going to keep rolling because I think the other players might have left.
Still need 7 more landmarks.
I still need a bunch more landmarks, so
yeah.
I imagine we may not even finish this tonight.
I don't think we'll finish landmarks tonight. It's a lot, but it's just a matter of working on it.
I'm going to...
Do I have to have all the shields finished before Division 2 releases?
No.
Oh, okay.
I will say this though, like all of this, like we're not doing the legendary missions. Yeah, we're doing those last. Legendary missions are going to be last because I'm trying to gear you up to have your classified gear so that you can throw down as much as we do. Because right now you would go into a legendary mission and, well, honestly, we'd all get our butts handed to us. Yeah, we would all die. Because
you have to have a pretty well-balanced group to go into any of the legendary missions.
And we are going to do those. Those are I wanted to stream all of those from the beginning. We ended up only streaming, I think, 2 or 3 of them. But they're a lot of fun if you have the right team and you have the right kind of mindset going through them.
Let me know when and where, Steven. I am there.
Absolutely. It's probably going to be on one of these Monday night slots. Probably 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Because next week is probably going to be finishing out the Dark Zone landmarks and then doing Resistance.
And then the week after that is the week before 2 releases, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means, honestly, you and I might need to play this off stream a little bit just to get Dark Zone landmarks done more so, and then because like it would take at least 2 streams, I think, to do all the legendary missions. Because they're longer than incursions.
Yeah, they are.
Much longer.
I haven't done any incursions, so.
Shoot, we did. Oh, incursions are fun too.
Yeah, you have. You did one with I think Jeremy was there. It was the one with the fire truck mortar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
They take that long?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, when we did that one, we had never done it
How did they get
before,
down
and
over
there's a rappel. Just please hurry, I'm on fire. But when we did that one the first time, none of us were ready for it. But now, we could clear, it's called Dragon's Nest. We could clear it in probably 30 minutes. I just remember it took us like
4 or 5 hours?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Because that's the
you.
one that Miles went with.
It
us,
was
right?
you, me, Miles, and Zach. That's what the group was.
Yeah. We did one since then, I think.
Yeah, we did one, Jeremy. It was you, me, Evan, and James.
Yeah.
I think.
And we did that one in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was really quick.
I really enjoyed it though. I mean, even though it took forever, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the incursions a lot. They are kind of like that line between Destiny Strikes and Destiny Raids, where it's all combat focused, but just enough challenge to keep you on your toes. All right, keep going. Up the rappel, up the rappel. Just leave those guys alone.
No, I want to kill him. If they shoot me, I'm going to kill him from up here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Carry on.
I killed him, Steven.
Okay. Good job. Have a booster.
Like, I need it.
Wow.
Dude, but... Oh god, I may need it.
Oh, what's that? What's that? You need a booster shot? There you go. Booster shot. Wait. Did I take gear with me? Oh yeah, I have sealed cache. I just realized that I had loot on my back and I was like, did I pick this up? When did I grab this?
Was it a cache?
Yeah, it's a cache.
Alright, hostiles coming around.
Yep. Pulse out.
God, I love Lone Star so much.
Is it your new favorite?
Yeah, I will always have a big place in my heart for Firecrest because it's really fun too.
Yep.
But the damage output of this Lone Star build is just ridiculous. I mean, like, yeah.
Alright.
Being able to swap
Boss.
and reload.
Yep. Have a booster shot. I just pressed circle to dodge. It finally happened.
It's like me being in the fort, not the fort, but Fort Tarthus and like trying to jump and fly. That's an Anthem reference.
Yeah.
Everybody. Fort Tarthus is in the main area, so when you're out of your the javelin, which is your suit,
Yeah.
you're actually walking around talking to people, getting contracts and stuff to work on.
It's basically the tower, but with people that aren't cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, exactly. People actually have like
Where
personalities.
next?
Yeah. Going east. I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. That reference didn't work at all.
Yeah, dude. I like it.
Okay, cool. That's Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that movie.
It's
been
so
too many
good.
years. It's very good.
We'll fry up some crawdads, y'all. Down in Louisiana. Ha!
Ha!
Oh, I love Robert Downey Jr.
That movie
Yeah,
came out of nowhere.
I think
really
I think it's funny that him being in blackface still like holds up. Like it's still okay.
Robert Downey
it was-
Jr.
it was
blackface
funny.
still holds up. Andrew,
The
2019.
other day, I was watching. Joe
2019.
Rogan was talking to Jamie Foxx, and he's like, "So, this whole thing about blackface is getting more and more serious. Like everybody's talking about it." And they're like, "Well, what do you think about Robert Downey Jr.?" And he was like, "Well, he presented it in a hilarious way. Like, it was all about like him being an actor, him playing a dude disguised as another dude." And Jamie Foxx was like, "Dude, I just think it's hilarious," and everybody else just thought the same thing. Like, there was no like, there's nothing racial about it. It was just like a character that he was.
It helped. It helped that he wasn't playing a black guy. He was playing a guy playing a black guy.
Yeah.
So it was
that's
it was in the
It
realm
was
of
his
satire.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Rain says the best character in the movie is Tom Cruise.
Area secure.
Best character in the movie is
I-
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, yeah.
Fight me.
Yes.
I don't know. Tom Cruise is pretty great in that movie. Scorched earth, motherfucker.
The best part, like that whole
We're gonna
movie
get
is
you a
just
panda.
that whole movie is just great. But to me, the best part is when you've forgotten that Matthew McConaughey is even in the movie, and then they're about to get
And
shot
then
by
he
an
just shows up
RPG.
at the end.
He shows up with a TiVo, just Tucker, I got it. Oh man, because it's like, oh yeah, Matthew McConaughey was totally in this movie, and he totally just saved the day.
Yeah, it's a solid movie all the way around. One of my favorite parts of the movie is actually at the very beginning when it's playing
The
the little
trailers?
ads. That at very first glance, it's like, oh, what are these ads before my
Yep.
movie? But it's just part of the movie.
Yep. I wish I'd seen it in theaters, but I wasn't
know, me
old
too.
enough.
We watched it when we used to do movie night at the church.
Yep.
And that was one of the movies we watched, which is, in retrospect, not an appropriate movie to watch in a church, but whatever.
I was just gonna say that's really surprising. You guys watched it in church, especially the whole Jack Black scene where he's tied to the tree.
Cradle the ball, just stroke the balls, swallow the
Yeah.
gravy.
I'll stroke the shaft, cradle the balls,
Stroke the
swallow
shaft,
gravy.
cradle the ball, swallow the gravy. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Hey man, you remember that time like years ago?
Your mother's a cankerous whore. Jeez. Hey man, remember that time I called your mother a cankerous whore? I didn't mean it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
So great. I'm gonna have to go rent that movie now.
Yep.
Haven't we
There's
already
so much
cleared this
loot
one?
around here that I
We
haven't
have.
picked up.
Or does it count?
It resets.
Yeah.
Oh, so it would. We don't have to clear every landmark.
Oh my god. Yeah, we actually
No.
do. That's why the number hasn't been going up. I've been doing the wrong thing this whole time. We've gotten the boss kills though, right?
I don't know.
my
I
number's
think I'm
going up.
still.
All right,
Let me check.
after this one, check, because I think it's that you have to clear all the. Wait, no. Okay, this is the problem with running for the commendation shield, is that
no, I'm down.
I'm getting shields mixed up with commendations, and I think there's a
Clear
commendation.
25, clear 25 landmarks. I'm at 11. So the next one we do, I'll check.
Okay, check after this one. I think what I'm getting confused with is that I think there's a commendation that is clear all 25 landmarks or something like that. And
Dude, this
I
one just says clear 25 landmarks. It
okay,
does not
I
say
think
clear all.
I think we're good.
No, because I was on 16 earlier and I should be up to 20 now. Yeah, I'm at
Okay.
21. So
Okay, good.
it's counting.
I'm at 11 out of 25. So
That's pretty good, honestly, because
Yeah, that's not bad.
all right, that should be this one completed.
and just for my own peace of mind, I'm
Area
gonna
has been
check.
secured.
That was 12.
Awesome. All
But
right,
yeah,
we're going to
Steven,
the
there's
south
a
one.
commendation for.
Yeah,
And I don't care about.
Clear
I don't
all
care about the
25.
commendation.
yeah, that's what I was getting confused with because I don't remember the exact requirements and stuff for all of the shields because a lot of them intersect with commendations, and it's like, ugh, I get so confused. Oh, hey, it's Anna. Hey, Anna. Good evening to yourself. How you doing, girl?
Hey, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Jeremy says hi. I feel like I have to say that because I say that literally every time Jeremy says hi because you're usually in my ear.
Hey, can somebody kill this thing behind me? Never mind, I'll do it.
Good lord.
Alright, boss is to the left.
Hi, boss.
Pulse out.
Where is he?
Well, he died.
Where'd he go? What boss? What are you talking about?
Area secure.
I was
think that should be
hoping-
23 somewhere.
Okay, so I just need one West Side Pier boss, and I'll have that
Gotcha.
shield done.
Gotcha.
And that should be easy, because we'll do that
Yeah, that
when we
was-
do the resistance.
Yep. I'm at 23, Steven.
Good.
And that would be 13 for me, so...
So we're halfway there.
Yeah, and we're only an hour into the stream, roughly, so we could probably get it done.
Could probably crank it
Living
out.
on a pair.
Here's a chest. I just used a key on it.
Yeah, I may end streaming at about 11.
Fine, then. I see how
Well, I
it
got
is.
very little sleep last night. Probably a little bit.
Whose
Yeah,
fault
yeah.
is that?
It's mine. I'll be the first to say it. I don't care.
Oh, there's a final measure classified piece. Cool. Got it.
Was it a chest piece?
Yes.
I got that exact same drop. This game's broken like that sometimes, where people get the same rare drops.
I think it was a chest piece.
Well, if it wasn't, then you might have access to two
No, it's a-
classified.
No, it's a
Wait.
backpack.
Oh, well, that's two classified final measure pieces, and that's a set that you actually like.
And I think I have a piece or two from that set. Yeah, I use final measure for my blow things up build.
Yep.
There's another guy up here. Oh, no.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
Nice.
All right, climbing out.
Right behind you.
Oh, my inventory is almost full.
You've got your face right up my ass, Jeremy.
It was actually just the opposite on my screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I got on the rope first on my screen.
Oh, on my screen you got on the rope like right after I did. Are we extracting?
No. Oh, I guess we can. Yeah, let's go ahead and
I don't
extract.
see any reason. I don't know any reason why we should. We could keep moving and extract later.
Because we're about to be by a safe house, and we need to go to the safe house so I can trade off to you some of the things that I've gotten that you need. One of which is going to be this piece that I'm about to extract.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, pulse out. I'm going to stay
I'm gonna
under
go up top.
here.
I don't need to extract, so you're. I haven't picked anything up because there's no.
I only
point.
have one item to extract.
I've got two.
I
it's
have
not
almost
the-
every classified set. So.
Yeah, I mean it's not the end of the world if I don't get all the classifieds, but you know that would make it easier if I could get 3 classified sets just randomly, because that's one less shield.
That's going to be rough.
Yeah, it is going to be rough, but I do have a bunch of classified pieces already because I save every one that I get. So I mean, it's possible.
Pulse out again.
I
That's
did
the
too.
5th pulse I've sent.
See, it was funny when I first started playing the game. I was playing with Steven and Mike a lot, and every classified piece they didn't want. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So I just put it in my stash.
Yeah, it snuck
And
up on us.
Now I have like every piece.
Yeah, because the first time that we played with Jeremy when he had gotten to level 30, within like an hour we looked and we were like, Jeremy, how the hell did your gear score get higher than both of ours? And he was like, you've been giving me armor for the past hour. What do you expect?
Well, y'all had specific builds you were going for, and I was just trying to put something together.
Yep.
But I used the ninja bike, and I found a really high level one.
Commencing cargo retrieval.
All right, extraction's here. Andrew, go ahead. Pulse out.
Good to go.
All right, putting mine on. All right, follow me.
We've got the package.
Are we just are we bailing?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess chances are good that nobody steals it.
They're pretty good.
I'm just gonna stay here until 10
yeah,
seconds. You guys
move
go
on 10, Jeremy. Yeah, Andrew, let's go.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I have pretty decent survivability, so.
You can at least.
Yeah, I
stall
mean, all you
anything.
gotta do is last until it's extracted.
Alright.
Yeah, we're good.
Rikers, that's who it is.
Oh. I was hoping it was LMB because it's a weekly.
It looked like LMB with all the fog.
Extraction complete.
By the way, a really cool detail that I found in this game a few months ago. When we kill these guys, Andrew, I'm gonna get you to do something. Equip an incendiary grenade, and I'll just do it here.
I have one.
Okay.
It's equipped.
Okay, throw it where I'm standing, and then watch the snow. Okay, watch it. Okay, see it all melted away? Now watch the ground as the incendiary goes away. Watch the ground. The snow starts to gradually fill in. You see from the edges?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And now, a few seconds later, it's back to full snow. Just a really cool visual detail.
I mean, this game is very pretty.
It is.
There's no denying that. I mean, I always think about the trailer that they released. That's like the gold standard of trailers.
Oh, absolutely. The gameplay one or the Tragedy is Invisible trailer?
The Tragedy is Invisible trailer. And I know it's not a gameplay trailer, but it's so good. I mean, it's right up there with the Dead Island trailer for me, and the Dead Island sucked.
Yep. This game
But
at least
the
delivered to a degree.
The trailer was fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, that Tragedy is Invisible trailer still is my favorite trailer ever.
Yeah, I think it and Dead Island are probably easily in my top 5, but
Yeah. Pulse out.
but it is nice when a game can deliver on what the trailer.
Yeah, it didn't so much deliver on the emotion, but it did, just not to the extent that a lot of people had wished. Because again, this game is an MMO light. It can only deliver so much in the realm of emotion and storytelling.
You know, somebody was saying though, Division 2, sounding like it might deliver a little bit more of that. Somebody said that they were in one of the settlements, and somebody in the settlement, an NPC, talked about how they were going to go on a supply run and asked if you wanted to go with them.
Yeah.
Didn't give a mission, like a quest or anything. The person followed them, and for 30 minutes they just went like house to house, picking up supplies and talking to each other, and
This is the wrong way.
you know, just like a super immersive, just like nothing quest. You know, like
Yeah.
it didn't. It just was something that happened.
I'm
in the
so
world.
turned around. Yeah, I love that. And one of the great things that it seems to have is that I was a little worried once they announced Division 2, because they said, oh, in-game first. We built Division 2 with in-game in mind, which is a good thing, but there's that risk of losing that pre-end game.
The early game.
Yeah, because the early game for Division is super charming.
Yeah. And the end game is where they lose you, or lost you.
At launch, yes. But honestly, after playing the beta, it totally feels like this game has the DNA of a single-player game, which is really good for its mid-game.
Well, I mean, they're building on a very solid foundation because I mean, Division 1 is a solid game, and they're
Right.
kind of just building off of that.
Yeah. And I was really pleased to hear that their philosophy for the game has been to not launch with less. They're
Yeah,
trying
I mean, to some extent, they're launching with less.
They are, but like they're not backtracking.
Right. I mean, they're actually launching with a game mode that was a paid DLC, right?
No.
Yeah.
You're talking about Skirmish?
Yeah,
Because that
they're
wasn't
launching.
paid.
Wasn't that paid DLC in Division 1?
No, that was a part of the Resistance update when they added West Side Pier. No, it was Conflict.
Oh.
That's what it was.
Okay.
But
That
yeah,
must be
same
what I'm
thing.
thinking of.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get you these pieces, and we can get back to business.
I got the shield.
I got.
Oh, what'd you get from the cache?
I didn't open it yet.
You should open it.
I'm going to. I'm gonna clean up my inventory real quick though.
That's what I'm doing.
What? Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go, Andrew. I can share these now. That's Barrett's Bulletproof Vest, and that's the Final Measure Vest. There you go.
Cool, and I'm going to lock those down so that I don't accidentally delete them.
And then
I
fast travel
I
to
may
East
have.
64th Street. That's
Do you have a showstopper?
It does not ring a bell.
it's the AA-12.
Here,
I don't think so.
turn around. It's right behind you on the floor.
Got it, thank you.
Yep. That's the automatic shotgun that I'm using.
It's pretty good.
I hope it's an extra. I don't want to take the only one you have.
No, it's an extra. I just got it from a cache.
You realize who you're asking?
Yeah, I've had like 4 of them.
Well, hey, I just, you know,
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
take
No,
any.
I appreciate it. I do.
Fast travel to me, or if you want to go on the map, it's East 64th. It's 2 north.
I'm fast traveling to you.
Cool.
Transmissions jammed.
We did this to skip over the landmarks we already did, and we're going to restart the train
System
from the
rebooted.
north, and then start going to the circle again.
Warning. Entering dark zone.
Cool.
Warning. You are exiting the safe area.
But even like regarding Division 2 again, a few smaller touches that I thought were interesting. That adds to the personality of the characters in the world. The first story mission you get to do, an agent is with you. You have an NPC helper that fights alongside you in the
Yeah.
final fight. That like seems like such a small thing, but it's really not, because so many of these games don't do that. They just pretend that you're the only one in the world that can do anything. And so this game seems like it's going to have a lot more companionship with, like, you're not a solo entity. You're working with the Division, and that the player base isn't solely the Division.
Yeah, the characters also seem interesting too. Like there
Yeah.
were several characters in some of the settlements and stuff that seemed to have a lot of personality, interesting stories that could be told. And I mean, there was a little bit of that in Division 1, you know, with
Right.
like the people that you got to help out at the base of operations, but they just didn't really explore that as much as they could have.
Right. One thing that I did notice that was pretty cool, the guy that's like the new version of Fei Lao, he if you can find an echo about that's him with his dad, and his dad's like,
I saw that.
Did you see that? Did you notice the guy that was behind them? I forget what his name was, but he was a part of the hyenas.
Yeah.
And it said he was deceased. Even though in the echo you don't find out how he was deceased. You just know that he was the one that killed that guy's father. There's another
Yeah,
echo
so
you
we
can
assumed
find.
that guy probably hunted him.
No. Which
Really?
that's what I assumed. But I found another echo that was completely unrelated. It was just another piece of the world where you find two of the High Council members of the Hyenas with that guy, and they push him off the third floor of a building to his death.
Oh.
So it was one of those interconnected things to where, from the surface, it looks like that guy was killed for unrelated reasons to that random mugging. But the story is still there, and so now I'm like, oh gosh, I need to find the dots that connect this, because that's super interesting, and it keeps its continuity really well about telling you how that guy was deceased at that time, even though his death had nothing to do with that story of finding out that guy's dad was killed.
Well, I mean, I remember in Division 1, I worked very hard, like early on in the game's life, to get every echo.
Yep.
Because, you know, that was kind of the main life of the story.
Above us. It's above us.
The echoes. Oh, I thought it was below
It's a rope over here. Yeah, I love the echoes. This game, I'm lenient on this game's story because even though its narrative is subpar, its environmental storytelling rivals so many other games that have no online component.
Yeah.
Because the world itself, like New York, tells a story. It tells several different stories, and the fact that you're able to see this and come across it at your own pace and at your own choice, while you might be looking for, you know, your next piece for your build and your set and all that kind of stuff, to where it combines that grindy gameplay feel with the feel of being in New York in this situation with these stories that feel like real people. That's just a really cool combination that this game did best before other games really were able to do that.
Eight to go.
Wow, we're trucking.
Yeah.
How late are you guys wanting to stream?
Maybe another half hour, probably just until we get this these last 8 done, and then we'll call it.
Yeah.
So we're moving at a quick enough pace that it shouldn't take much time to get them done.
Okay.
Barring no interruptions.
I'll stick around then.
Oh, you don't have to. I mean,
No, it's fine.
You know.
I don't mind. I'm an extra gun.
Well,
it's going to be easier for you guys.
Well, it does make it easier, so I appreciate it.
Yep.
I mean, really, I feel bad even having you guys help me with all this, because, like, you know, this is all you're kind of doing it to help me, not.
We enjoy this game.
I was just going to say, any excuse to play this game is very welcome to me.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I feel bad for not having done this until now, but, like, you know, I don't have a ton of free time to play games outside of streams.
Right.
And so, you know, being able to, since we switched to the 5-day schedule, gave me an excuse to do this while I wait on Division 2
Boss
to
down
come
there.
out.
Rock. Yeah, we're happy to play it.
This is probably in my top 5 games.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there for me. I don't know if it's top 5 anymore, because I've played a lot of really great games.
It's in my top 5 co-op games, for sure.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in top 5 co-op games.
Yeah.
But if I had to bust out a top 5 games right now, I can think of 3 off the top of my head, and that would be the Walking Dead game, the Telltale game, and that, not like the whole series, not one of the episodes individually, but that, Alan Wake is up there for me. Breath of the Wild is up there for me.
Area has been secured.
Alan Wake.
I
haven't heard
miss
that name
Alan
in a
Wake.
long time.
I still have one of the very first gifts that Kim ever got me when we were together was an Alan Wake t-shirt. It says "I am awake" on it, and it's got like the silhouette of Alan Wake.
Yep.
Still one of my
What's up,
favorite shirts.
Kaylin?
It's way outlived its usefulness, but I still keep it.
Kaylin says...
Hey, Kaylin. I sent a video about the Uncharted 4 trophy I was talking about, Steven.
Why are you telling
think he
everyone
posted-
but me this?
I-
Why are you in
I think
everyone
he
else's
posted
chat?
I think he posted it in all the chats.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, I saw that, Kalen. I'm gonna watch.
Stage fright.
Yeah. Which talking about top 5 games, Uncharted 4, it's in there.
Really?
That game is brilliant. It's
The Last of Us. That's another one.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
man.
the Batman Arkham games.
Yep.
The entire
Probably
series.
Arkham's. Yeah, I couldn't pick one. So that's 5 games right there.
Arkham City is a great game. Like, it's probably one of the best as far as story-wise in the series. But as far as gameplay and Arkham Knight was amazing.
Yep.
Well, a lot of people shit on Arkham Knight because they say that it used the Batmobile too much, but I loved it. I mean,
loved how
what
much
they
they used
did,
it, yeah.
what they did with bringing back the Joker was really great. Even though the big reveal of the main villain was pretty predictable, I still thought it was great.
I mean, it couldn't have been anyone else.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, for someone who maybe didn't know that history, it was probably a surprise.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I don't consider that really in the realm of a twist, because I don't think it needed to be a twist, because the character couldn't have been anybody else.
I don't think it was
twist.
Yeah.
I don't think it was meant to be a twist, except for people who didn't know that person existed.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, oh my God, it's Stowe. Where have you been? I've missed you.
Hi, Stowe.
Kalen, I'm pretty sure I almost waited 30 seconds for that achievement. Kalen says Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor is a top contender for or a contender for top PS4 game for him. That was a great game.
Shadow of Mordor was great. I played that
Kind of recently.
Yeah, I think it was. So Kim got like
You destroyed his shield
a while back, and I think that's when I did that. Was when she was recovering because I stayed home with her.
That sounds right. I just remember you telling me about it. I loved that game.
It was great.
That was the little game that could for a while.
It is not. It doesn't break top games for me. Just because, like, again, I've played a lot of great games in my life. I mean, I've even played a lot of great games recently. Ever since I got my Switch, I've played several games where
welcome back, Aaron.
have a ton of charm or really fun. I mean, Breath of the Wild, for example, easily one of my top games of all time now.
Let's keep moving. Yep. Stowe said, I've been doing a lot of school stuff, got my placement for classes in high school. Yeah? How do you feel about it?
Oh, high school.
Yes. Shadow of Mordor, that I'm kind of the same way. It doesn't break any records for me, but the fact...
It was fun, though.
Yeah, the fact that we got a Lord of the Rings game that finally did both story and gameplay well was a huge deal. Because
you didn't love the Third Age, wasn't that it?
It was. Honestly, God, that game.
I loved the game.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from like a story perspective, it's just awful.
Yep. Like my thing is, if they had combined the concept and maybe the gameplay of War in the North with the characters of Third Age, and rather than retelling the movies, had told the story of a second fellowship, but that instead helped with the War in the North in Angmar, that would have been so cool. Why didn't they do that?
Instead, it's like Gandalf's fighting the Balrog. Oh, wait, this random group shows up and is fighting along with him, but the Fellowship never saw them.
My favorite is that
the immersion for me.
Yeah, my favorite with that is still probably Aragorn, and how he was just recycled lines from Viggo Mortensen, like when Barad-dûr bows to him, and he's like, "You bow to no one," but it's like, you didn't say that to him. Stop it.
I know it was a very fun game. But just like it just tried to shoehorn itself into like the story of the movies.
Yeah. But no, Shadow of Mordor did.
Great game.
It
I
was
loved it.
it was a great game. Loved it so much. Told a good story. Didn't stay too true to the lore, but still did. It took its liberties in an interesting and gripping way. So
Yeah, yeah, and I'm cool with stuff like that. I mean, like we just said, I mean, we had games like The Third Age that were enjoyable,
Yeah.
and that one just basically raped the lore. Like it's just straight up, man.
had some cool characters in it though. Belagost, he was awesome.
Oh, the characters were great. I just wish they had, like you said, I wish they'd had their own thing.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I just pulled that guy's name out of a hat like that.
I
Like,
could
was
not.
just
I
thinking
could
that,
not.
Steven.
I could not have named.
because there was
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
there was Belagost the Ranger, Barathor the Citadel Guard, Marwyn the Shield Maiden, Idriel the elf, the Elrond's assistant or whatever, the elf lady. She was the elf.
The Elrond's secretary.
Actually, Elrond's secretary. And Hadhod the dwarf, right?
Yep.
How am I
My
doing
God.
this? I haven't thought about this game in like 3 years at least. And
You know
then
what?
And my bow.
and
I
then
think they did something similar to that in that
My-
game, actually.
my axe. Really?
Yeah.
I've never.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I ever played that game.
It's a great game, but it is such a ripoff, and it's a little cringy. It's a lot cringy.
it's basically like a Final Fantasy / Legend of Dragoon style PlayStation 2 title, but it's Lord of the Rings. And it retells the story of the movies, but from the perspective of a different fellowship that just spends the
That is
entire game.
that is following
They're literally
the original
following,
fellowship,
yeah.
but they never like see each other. Like literally, this new fellowship shows up on the bridge of Khazad-dûm and fights alongside Gandalf, but
So-
the main fellowship
so to be
never
fair,
sees them.
To be fair, they do eventually see each other. To be fair, they do
do.
eventually. Like at Helm's Deep, that's when they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys exist." But it was like at parts like the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, that was really lame. But then again, there were parts like being at Osgiliath, spending more time in an area that the Fellowship didn't really touch. That's where the game was strong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm such a lotter nerd.
Why are you going outside? Don't go outside. I can't leave.
What'd you grab?
A thing to extract. Why are we leaving?
We weren't leaving. We were going to the checkpoint so we could fast travel back up and restart the circle.
Well,
What'd you grab? Is it classified?
it's a classified. I wouldn't have grabbed it otherwise.
Okay.
You know what I saw on Reddit the other day, Steven, is somebody was like putting a thing saying, you know, with a picture of Legend of Dragoon saying, who would love a remaster of this game?
Yep.
And a lot of people were like, yeah, but only if they did it exactly like the original game, but just with graphics updates.
Pretty much. That's kind of how people are with Final Fantasy VII.
I'd be on board with that.
Yeah. So,
I want a second filter game.
guys, as soon as we get to the extraction, I will read your chats. Sorry, it's just been a heated discussion about Lord of the Rings, and you guys know I don't mess around with Lord of the Rings. So, but Andrew, I will say this: did you see the picture of Amazon's Middle Earth series, the map?
No.
They posted a picture of it, and
I
it's
didn't
just
know they were doing a Middle Earth series.
Yeah.
I probably heard it. But
they're doing a Middle Earth series on Amazon, and I think it's going to take place during the Second Age. And they posted a picture of the map, and it had more of the southeastern stuff, like, you know, Rune and Harad and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the caption they added, and I want to see if you can remember why this is funny. The caption they added was, "And 7 rings to the Dwarf Lords."
That's how many rings the Dwarf Lords got, right?
Yes. Okay, I'm not. Okay. I figured you wouldn't remember. Cool. So.
I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Aren't
You
I?
remember when we were kids and we played Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
and we all had characters, and we like played with our sticks, and like
That sounds sexual.
yep, dadgrind.com, but and like we would string our own bows and like go on adventures and stuff with our friends. Yeah, do you remember
And
the
you
lore
shot
that we
me.
created for ourselves? The dwarves made their the dwarves became ring wraiths of their own because they got corrupted by their rings. And so I'm over here thinking, man, if Amazon makes a Middle Earth series and uses that as their story, I'm gonna be like, 7-year-old Steven did this before Amazon did.
You find out that Aaron's a producer.
Give me royalties. Okay.
That would be pretty funny. And no, that's exciting though. I had heard that they were doing a series. I'm glad it's not Third Age because
Yeah.
I think that well has been mined.
Yep.
Well, that's a weird analogy. That well has been
That
mined.
well has been
You know what
mined.
You know what I mean.
Now that's what
mine
you
has been
that's what you say about them not doing another live action Last Airbender movie. That well has been mined because they did it, but they did it wrong.
Yep.
Get it? Because you don't mine a well? That's okay. Cool.
I
Rip.
got it. I got it.
I agree with that, Kalen. Shadow of War was disappointing because it overly broke Tolkien canon, like making Shelob a sorceress that was a kind of a spider, but not really.
That's not breaking canon though, is it?
I can't remember. Like, I never had a straight answer, but it felt wrong. Like, that's the best way to put it, is it felt wrong.
Did you know that they're making a Tolkien biopic?
Really?
It actually looks good. It's about his life, not about Lord of the Rings.
I'm all about
directly.
that.
It's about him. It's about his experiences writing the books in the trenches.
I love
of
that.
World War I.
That's awesome.
Which is, yeah, it looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a trailer for it, and like, you know, like you'll see a grenade explode, and in the fire of the grenade, you can see Sauron. It seems really interesting. If they do it right, it'll be great.
Yeah.
Because Tolkien was such an interesting person.
Oh, absolutely. I've done so many analyses on him and public speeches and stuff in school. Like, I basically would do a different Tolkien project every single time I was given the option to pick what my project was. And like, he as a person was just so cool, and like, even like his experience in World War One heavily influenced his writing, not only in how it scarred him and like the settings and all that kind of stuff, but even his wife Edith, I believe her name was Edith, he wrote to her constantly and told her that like being apart from her was like 1,000 deaths or something like that. Just really sweet, you know, and romantic. But then he wrote Beren and Luthien based on their love, because it was a love separated by circumstance and
Transmissions jammed.
and distance.
Only.
And
Did I tell you I read Beren and Luthien?
no, you didn't. How was it?
I loved it. I have not finished the whole book, but really it's just the same tale retold multiple times.
Later, Kalen. Yeah.
Book is. So for our anniversary,
Fast traveled
we
at East
went to
58th. 64th, I mean,
For our
sorry.
anniversary, we went to a cabin.
Yeah.
Kind of up in the mountains a little ways. No, no internet, no cell signal really. So I took that to read, and I got probably 3/4 of the way through it, and it's really great. It's definitely not. It's definitely not like Lord of the Rings caliber,
Right.
as far as like narrative, storytelling type stuff, but because it's just a compilation of notes, but it was very enjoyable.
Right. Yeah, Children of Húrin was like that as well, but it was still a good read.
That's kind of the next one on my list to read.
Yeah,
I read Beren and Luthien because Kim got it for me for Christmas or something.
Yeah, Children of Húrin is really weird, but it's still pretty good, and it's really interesting seeing more about the First Age and seeing more of the battles and stuff and seeing more of Gondolin. But speaking of Gondolin...
Beren and Luthien has a talking dog and a cat king. So it doesn't get much later.
Oh yeah. But Fall of Gondolin came out last year, and it's the final Tolkien book that was used with his notes. So I would like to read that. But actually, speaking of what I was saying earlier, on his wife's headstone, it says Luthien, and on his it says Baron, and it's just really sweet because, like, even in, like, whether it was the war or his relationship with her, like, that was always so centric to his writing.
Yeah.
And like you hear, you like can like read interviews with him, with like Christopher, his I believe that's his son. Yeah.
He's like 70 something now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But he would talk about how he was never really the same after she died. But he'll also, there was one story that I absolutely love, where Christopher remembered, I believe it was Christopher that told the story, but he remembered going to a church service with his dad when they had changed the language of worship from Latin to English. Like, that was the language of the service. They were changing it. And Tolkien, being, I don't want to call him John because that doesn't sound right. But Tolkien was like, being a crotchety old man, was like, no, that's wrong. You're doing it incorrectly. So during the service, he would sing the songs as loudly as he possibly could in Latin out of protest. It's like, I don't know, just hearing stories about that, like, hearing stories about your heroes that just make them real people, because that totally sounds like something that Papa would have done.
That reminds me, that's what I was gonna say. He to the day he died believed that the King James translation of the Bible was the original translation.
Yep. Yeah. So how are you, Jeremy?
Yeah, you haven't said
fantastic.
much. I wasn't sure if you're even still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm glad.
I picked up a Warlord. I don't know if you have had one yet.
Right. I'm using a Warlord, actually.
Oh, well, I will drop it then. I don't know.
What? You guys are in the right place. I just shot myself back down. Okay. Dude, that guy's running so aggressively. He sounds like a dog panting.
I heard heavy breathing. It sounded like the kid with glasses from Hey Arnold.
Classic. You know what Anna got me for my birthday?
What?
She got me a new copy of Art of War that contains illustrations, as well as the actual. It's amazing. I've been needing a new one since I lost my old one.
Gotta have the pictures.
Yeah, it's not a book unless it has pictures in it. But
Exactly.
but also,
am I right?
she also got me a bootleg copy of Jackie Chan Adventures, the complete series on Blu-ray.
Nice.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch that sometime.
Did they ever finish it? We
They
need
did.
one more, and then I've got them all.
Seriously?
Yeah. I'm at 24.
Wow, that was faster than I thought it would be. Yeah, they did finish it.
Have either of you read White Fox Chronicles?
No.
No.
No. Fantastic.
Sell it to me right
Yeah.
now.
Sell it to you? All right. So, it's in the future, and Russians have pretty much taken over the United States and other parts of the world.
So it's like right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The low-hanging fruit.
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
And they're not concentration camps, but they are. Like, it's small camps, like, all over the United States that they're, like, raising children in these camps to believe, like, brainwashing them to believe their beliefs and everything, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Their beliefs. And there's one in a camp, and they call him White Fox because he's out in the sun so much that his hair is white. He's a blonde kid. And it's actually a 3-part book. That the first one is... I'm sorry, it keeps getting really loud when I'm fighting people.
Yeah.
Anyway, first part is Breakout, which is him, like, trying to break out of the camp, and then escaping, finding an American pilot, and joining the Resistance. And then he finds out he has to go back to the camp to, like, rescue... I honestly can't remember the entire book, but it was really, really good. And I've wanted them to make a movie or a game
Is it
out of
one? Is it one book?
It's one book, but it's a 3-part book. Like,
Okay.
All right,
it has
got the
chapters and everything, but
Yeah.
got the hazard shield.
Okay, let's head to a checkpoint up here. That sounds interesting.
It's fantastic. Just the way it's written is really, really good.
Yeah.
It's by far my favorite book.
Huh.
And it's not very long.
I'll have to check that out. I one of my, I guess, goals for this year is to try to do more reading.
Yeah, I keep buying books thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna read this, and then just never do it.
Yeah, I know.
This is so.
That's the worst, because I'm like, oh yeah, this book sounds awesome, and then I'm just like,
What, the piles of bodies?
I've said this before, but like, the goop below the bodies is multiple colors other than just, blood, and so it's just like, ugh. There's a lot of different fluids in that.
Well,
pile.
out here in the wastes, it gets lonely, and sometimes,
Wow, that's the worst thing you've ever said. Dang. Dadgrind.com.
I feel really bad for what I can only assume is a very nice, person who just happens to run a
Dadgrind, if you're
Twitch
watching,
channel.
we love you. We really do.
I'm sure he's a very nice person.
Absolutely. I'm sure he runs a very family-friendly channel.
Damn it! I got a.
He's a dad.
I got a legendary, and it was a gold rhino, and that makes me sad.
Dang. Kalen is quick on the draw. He already posted in the main chat on Discord the trailer for Tolkien. So now I have that to go watch when we finish this stream. Kalen, I know you're at work right now, but good work, man. All right. While you guys are, I'm gonna look at the chat and see the many things that I missed. You guys were talking about Resident Evil a lot.
Yeah. Did you see they announced Resident Evil? A couple of the Resident Evil games are coming to the Switch.
0 was one of them, I think, and
0, 4, right?
yeah. Oh man, if 4 is coming to the Switch, that's a huge deal because everybody loves that one.
Maybe.
Well, actually,
Maybe it was that one.
that's the one that like people are very divisive on.
It's some of the older ones.
Yeah. All right, so check your.
Because we've been so
what?
mean to Dadgrind, I'm gonna follow him on Twitter.
Good sport.
There you go, Dadgrind.
Good lord, that guy has 5K commendation. Get out of here. Go play something else. So Andrew, go ahead and check your shields.
All right, I already did. What do you want to know?
I just want to know. You said one more boss in Resistance, wave 15 in Resistance.
Yep.
And the legendary missions. And then how many shields do you have right now? Is it 2 or 3? It's 3.
3. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get 2 more next week.
So here's where I'm at, I guess.
Okay.
I need
Later
one
stuff.
West Side Pier boss.
Okay.
The underground
Bisto.
one, I need to get the 10 hunters and the Bisto and the 10 phases.
Yep.
S survive for 5 hours in survival. Holy cow.
That just means accumulated 5 hours spent in survival.
Play 5 games.
Yeah.
That's why we're not doing that one, because that basically that shield results. It comes down to beat survival 5 times because you have to kill 5 hunters.
Yeah. Let's see. 15 waves in resistance, 290 gear score, exotics, 3 full classified gear sets, and then legendary missions.
All right. So we'll do resistance next week. And
so
then,
that'll knock out 2 shields.
Yes, and then maybe work on underground, depending on how quickly we can do resistance. But we're gonna have to start working on legendary missions. So even if like you take a few nights off stream between now and 2 weeks from now to get a group together with me to run a couple legendary missions just to lighten the load, that might be what we have to do. I mean, I can pretty much make myself available whenever, so.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
It just depends for me.
Yeah, but we are on track. The landmarks one, I'm surprised we knocked it out in one stream. We did a good job. So, next week is going to be resistance mode with maybe a little bit of underground, and we're working our way towards those legendary missions. Exciting stuff.
Cool. So let's see. So I'm missing, I guess. Let's see. I guess I'm missing 1 exotic armor piece.
Okay.
Maybe you'll be able to tell me what it is that I'm missing if I tell you the ones that I have.
Yeah. There's an exotic of each armor slot, so just go through your stash.
Okay, so I'm missing the mask. That was easy.
That is the worst.
Awesome.
That is the worst exotic in the game. It just makes it where you can
Ferris
reload
mask.
while on fire. Yeah, Ferris mask.
Well, you can actually get that from a mission, so we can do that.
Yeah, that's actually legendary napalm, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
Cool.
well, there you go.
And then I'm missing 11 legendary weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, if we do napalm production on legendary, you get Pharaoh's mask.
Cool, and we have to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'll get.
That one's not bad.
Yeah, the hardest ones are gonna be Amherst, Russian consulate. No, not Russian consulate. The last mission, the UN, Amherst, and Madison Field Hospital, which is funny because 2 of those are supposed to be the easiest missions in the game, but on legendary they ramp.
Yeah, the hospital's supposed to be super easy. And Amherst. God, we've run Amherst so many times.
We have, yeah. When we did Madison's
God,
Field,
even I've run that one so many times.
in legendary, the missions all change to where it's all LMB, and the encounters are completely different.
Yeah.
And they have ridiculous health. On Field Hospital, when we did it, you were there for this one, Jeremy. When we got hit by what 6 to 8 hunters at once.
Yep. We all died. We wiped and then came back, and there was only 1 hunter.
Yep. But they
I think there was 2, but we killed them really quick.
it was like it was 3 first wave agents, which are basically hunters, and then 4 hunters.
Yep.
It was stupid. There was literally nothing we could do. So
We were running around reviving each other, and then just wiped.
Yep. Can only keep that
They
charade
back-
going
yeah.
for so long.
Well, they backed us into a corner, too. We were
Yep.
all on that side. That was rough.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to outro this thing, Andrew? Let Jeremy go to bed.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. If you like what you see, give all 3 channels a subscribe, a subscription. Yeah, and then follow us on social media. I believe all 3 of us are on Twitter, right? All 3 channels.
Yep.
Cool. So is it 8-Bit Gamesters on Twitter?
Yes.
And then also on YouTube, 8-Bit Gamesters, and then obviously Chortle Games, but you guys don't need to know about them. Everybody here pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, and then, don't
And then
worry
Friendly
about
Fire Friendly Fire Games on YouTube, at FF Games Live on Twitter, and our schedule is posted there. We're doing 5 nights a week now, so we'll be back tomorrow with some Realm Royale, which I'm pretty excited about. So that'll be fun. Anything else?
So Chortle Games is here too. We do need to be known about.
I don't need. Nobody needs to know about your schedule.
Wow, awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. So on Mondays we have a podcast at 12 p.m. Central that went up today. We talked about Anthem's 90-day post-launch schedule. And then on Monday nights we do this Division stream with Friendly Fire Games and often 8-Bit Gamesters. And then Tuesday we are doing Team Up Tuesday. That's going to be tomorrow night, Anthem, of course, because that's all we do anymore for now till Division 2 comes out. We got a Let's Play video on Wednesday. Uncharted is ending on Thursday, and then live streams on Friday and Saturday night. That's what we got going on.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I suck at posting, so I'm not going to say anything.
Jeremy is going to be sleeping tonight and dreaming of Anthem, probably punching and holding up a shield in his sleep.
Trying to fly.
Trying to fly in your sleep. Yeah. Well, I'm actually about to go play some myself. Just to.
Oh, Steven, why would you do that to me?
I'm just trying to grind out 30. You need sleep.
God, I want to play though, but I need to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I'll be on tomorrow.
Well, all right. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you with Division
next time.
Next same bat time, same bat channel.
3 different channels though.
Same channels, same bat channels.
Yeah. Same channels. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
Later, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Watch your fire.